Hey everybody, I'm hoping I can find myself on my, here we are, I found it. That was easy. Okay, so, we're today, hi, how are you today? We're going to create three cards today. Here's one of them. It's not first though. This one, I think I'll do that one last. So, but it's coming. All right, so this is the one I'm going to start with. And it uses the Good Feelings stamp set and the Quiet Meadow stamp set. And, yeah, let's make it. Let's do it. So these were the cards that I made in my beginner card class the other day. So I have extra. And that's what we're going to use. So that's the way I have everything all set up for my beginner card class. Or for any of my card classes. I put 2 of everything you need in the kit here. And they make 2 of each card at my card classes. So that way they can keep one and mail one. I'm watching there's a dog in my yard. And I don't think he belongs to anybody. Oh, there's his people. Oh, I like those people. Their doggy just pooped in my yard and he's picking it up. Well, that's nice. I mean, I don't mind if your dog poops in my yard if you pick it up. He didn't even put it in my trash can, and my trash can is right there. I'm afraid I would have put it in the guy's trash can. But he didn't. I sat here and watched him. That's funny. Okay, so we're going to start with It's Daffodil Delight, and I have the stamp Sending Sunshine and Good Feelings Your Way. Hi, Pam. Thanks for sharing my video. And so we'll start with this. I just think this is a happy card. It's not hard. It's easy. It's something we can send to anybody. Then we're going to use this stamp that is from the Quiet Meadow. Okay? And I'm going to need where is it? Okay, I know I haven't opened one of these, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to need a piece of scrap paper. Well, hello, Tina Spitzberg. How are you, my friend? Can I tell you a story? Can I tell all the people who are watching a story about Tina Spitzberg and how I know this woman? I've known Tina Spitzberg longer than my son has been alive. Do you want to know why I know that? Because Tina Spitzberg was there when my son was born. She was my Lamaze coach when my son was born. Okay, so we're going to go around this piece of paper with this splatter stamp in yellow. And then we'll come back and do the same thing with gray. Smoky slate, as it were. So we can give it a little bit of... Look, I can put my things away as I'm doing this. Okay, so then we're going to use smoky slate and do the same thing. Just right around the outside of your... And you can do more or less, however you're feeling. You know, you guys know me. You guys know I love a splatter. My favorite stamp in the whole thing, the splatter. Probably my favorite stamp in the whole catalog. Okay, so now this is going to get glued onto that. And actually, so this is So Saffron. It's not Daffodil Delight, but it works. It's just a little bit lighter. So we add that right there, and then I'm going to tie a bow. Or I'm going to... So this ribbon right here... So sometimes I'm a fan of ribbons and sometimes I'm not. But this ribbon is super easy to tie because it's so thin. Well, I cut a lot of ribbon there. So this is how I do it with this ribbon. First, you have to get it all the way down on the bottom of your card so it won't cover up your words. And then this ribbon, I tie in a knot. And it's thin enough that when you tie your bow, it won't look all wonky. Okay? So you just tie your bow, just like you're tying your shoe, in this case. Sometimes I don't tie my bows like that. But in this case, I am. So then I'm going to trim the ends off. Can I tell you something about our paper snips? They're great on paper. They're really not that great on ribbon. But they are. They're called paper snips. These are not paper snips. But they work great on ribbon. So there you go. There you go. Okay, so let's glue this down. And then we will add some glossy yellow dots. I didn't want that lump of glue to come squishing out the side. So there we go. There's that. And then these dots, the glossy dots, these yellow ones are so pretty. And we'll get some of those on there. And we'll put one more down here. Where did it go? It's stuck on my finger. Look. There we go. So there's one card. See, I told you these are quick and easy. But great for beginners. So here's my mindset, right? When I do a beginner's class. I want my beginners to stamp, and I also want them to feel like they have accomplished something, made something pretty by themselves, okay? I mean, of course I help them, but I want them to feel like, hey, I did that, and I could do it again, right? So if they had these stamps and things at their house, they feel like they could do that again. So that's the goal for a beginner card class. Okay, so I don't know if you watched Sarah Douglas, but this was a Sarah Douglas card. Sarah Douglas is the CEO of Stampin' Up, in case you did not know that. So, we have to put one on the inside too, because the card's so dark. Okay, so we're going to use Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink. And we're going to stamp Hooray! And that is from the Big Hooray stamp set, okay? So, let's get situated here. And we'll start with Bermuda Bay, one of my all-time favorite colors. Okay. Now this stamp, look, it fits just right on the ink pad. So, there you go. My friend Jenny would say, of course it does. Because, you know, Stampin' Up, they're really pretty smart at this. They do things, they usually get it right. Okay, so then we have Calypso Coral. And what I tried to do was line up the H It's not necessary, but that's how I did it. And then Petal Pink. Hooray, one more time. All right. Ooh, I have a birthday. I mean, not my birthday. I have my granddaughter's birthday. I could send her a card. I think she'd like that. I already sent her a present because apparently I had it in my phone for July instead of August. So the present is already there waiting for her. Okay, so liquid glue around the outside onto the card front. And now we are going to get any of our metallic papers. You can use any of them. This one just happens to be gold because I like gold. So I really just want that star. So I'm really just aiming for that star. I'm going to get the little bitty one. But you just slide it in there and punch it. I need a few because there's actually one on the inside, I believe. Okay. So then I'm going to use the little dimensionals. And I'm going to stick one right in the middle of these stars. And then stick them on my card. Yeah. Stick them on my card. So they're popped up just a little bit. Let's get a couple more stars. And you can put your stars wherever you want. And like I said, I think I have one in the middle because I put happy birthday in the middle. Champagne rhinestones, which are awesome. Has everybody gotten all of the celebration items that you want for free? Because if you have not, you need to hurry. Celebration is almost over. And you don't want to miss out on all of those, all of that goodness. It's free. So it's only till the end of the month. If you need help, let me know. If you need help ordering, need help picking out things. Okay, so now we're going to stamp happy birthday. So the happy birthday that I have is from the stamp set, A Grand Kid. And it's just a plain happy birthday in Bermuda Bay. I think it goes down there. Can't quite get that one in. Let's see. And then one more star. And we'll stick this on the inside of our card. There we go. Oh, that's the one that's already got one on the inside. That must be my sample. So, what does anybody have going on? Next week, I won't be live on Thursday because I will be out of town. I will be in New Orleans for our Stampin' Up. It's called Backstage. It's for the Stampin' Up. It's for the leaders in Stampin' Up. So that's where I will be. So I will miss you. Maybe I'll do one on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do a live on Wednesday. I don't know. I'll let you know. You can see if I'm going to do it. Okay, so here's the last one. This is the last one we're going to make. Depends on how froggy I'm feeling next week. Let's move those out of the way. Okay. So this, we're going to use the background stamp. And this is Daisy Garden background stamp. So, here's my card pack. I have everything to make 2 cards, but I'm only going to make 1. Okay, so this is pretty in blue too, by the way, because my lady did it in blue. But I'm going to do it in black. Okay, so we're going to take the Memento Black ink. And here's what I found. In order to get good coverage with the Memento Black ink, you might want to scrape it a little bit. Does that make sense? Scrape it, rub it on the stamp, as well as patting it. But that just gets you really good coverage. Okay? So then we're going to lay this on here. This is how I do a background stamp, because it's hard to pick them up. It's really big. It's really heavy. It's hard to pick it up and get it down good. So this is how I do it. I lay my paper on there, and then I rub it all over. And this is so you don't get ink on your hands. And then you lift it up. That's all. And the best way that I have found to rinse these off, or to clean them off, is just to rinse them off in the sink. It's just easier. Okay, I have a couple colored pencils in here. Stampin' Up watercolor pencils. And I'm just going to color this one flower, just to give it a little bit of pop. And I'm using, this one is Daffodil Delight. Now, I'm not being careful, really. I'm just putting some color down here. And I'll show you why in a minute. I mean, you can, take your time. You can color the whole thing if you want. I didn't feel like we had time for that in the beginner card class. But if coloring makes you happy, color the whole thing. Then I did just a little bit of green, and I don't even know that you can see it on there, but that's how I did it. Okay, so now I'll show you this. It kind of looks like there's just a little bit of color on there, and like she did okay, but whatever. So I'm going to use Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is going to do just like a water would do. Let's see if I can do it up close. And it's going to make that color run a little bit, just like watercoloring does. So it blends it. It also makes it darker. But now you can blend it right up into the tips of your flower, even though you didn't color all the way to the tips. Okay, now I'm going to do it down here because it's way easier. I'll show you when I'm done. Did you know you could blend with the Wink of Stella pen? And it makes it shiny. And who doesn't love that? Let's get the stem. I should have cleaned it off because now the stem is yellow. But see, there you go. Now it's shiny and perfect. Okay. So now, let me tell you that this fancy circle punch has become Sandra's favorite punch. Because I miss our circle punches. I really do. But now I have a fancy circle punch. Can I use it on every card? Well, I didn't use it on those two. But I can probably use it in every class. Okay, so this stamp, I like the stamp set. Wildflower Path. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. That's profound. I have to fix this. Just blending it out a little. Okay, so I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Pop it up just a little bit. Stick it on here. and then put our card together. It might be in the middle. It might not. But either way, it's okay. A little bit of layer of black. And then we're going to get, this is Daffodil Delight. If this color right here doesn't make you happy, Daffodil Delight is supposed to make you happy. And then we're going to add some black dots, matte black dots to the front. I know there it is. I was going to say, I know I have a pokey tool. I know I do. I'm going to put it over that little, oh, look. I must have pressed a little too hard, but you know, you'll never know. So there you go. There's our cards. How was that for a quick, 3 quick cards? Can't beat that. You got 3 times your money's worth, even though it was free. So there you go. So there you go. That was my beginner card class for the other day. I'm glad you came to my beginner card class. So, thanks for hanging out with me. And like I said, next week, if I do it one next week, it'll be on Wednesday. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know if I'm going to do it, okay? Thanks for hanging out with me a little bit. I'll upload this on YouTube in case you want to watch it later. Bye.